Hi students, today we are going to learn about how the drug is used as a medicine, right? So drug reaction with biological process, okay? So usually for the biological process, we need drug target interaction, right? So if you use any drug, it may combine with any particular part of that cells or enzymes, we will say, okay. So in that it will combine, it may be change its activity, or it may reduce the activity or inhibit. Based on that biological chemical reaction will take place. Because of that, it may kill that pathogens or unwanted organism, those who came inside to the body, okay. Yes. So drug target interaction. So usually if the biological process want to take place, or biochemical process, that is correct, okay. Biochemical process takes place based on two activity. What are the two activity? The first one is metabolism. The second one is signaling, cell signaling. Okay. So metabolism means what? Okay. See, we are eating the food. Okay. Food having some macromolecules. That molecules we should break into smaller molecules. From the smaller molecule we should get the energy in name of ATP process, okay. So this process is called metabolism. So if you eat, from that how the energy is converted, okay. Second one, cell signaling. What is cell signaling? See, any signal to the cell, okay, any reaction, it want to respond, means we need cell signal. For example, if you bite with thorn or ant, you will feel some feeling, where it was bite, okay. So we will try to kill the ant, okay. So that signal from one part of the body to another part of the body, or to brain, so brain will command the action. So everything based on the cell signaling, okay. So these two reactions are very important for all biochemical reaction, okay. For example, unfortunately you got a wound, okay. So you want to stop the bleeding, it will take place because of that metabolic action as well as cell signal. Both takes place, means that reaction only called biochemical process, okay. In that, how the drug is combining or acting in these two category, metabolism and cell signal, right. So here what will happen when that normal metabolic reaction is affected by any chemicals or food or some other pathogens? These two will affect. When these two factors are affecting, total biochemical process will affect, then we will cause with this, we will suffer with disease or something else, okay, right. See here, some microorganisms may be come inside. Because of that also the organism metabolism will affect. Yes. See here, we want to restore the normal activity. Suppose we got fever, again we want to recover or restore our original normal condition, means we need some drug, okay. That medicine which make it the normal activity of all this metabolism and the cell signal, that type of drugs only called medicine. Okay. Yes. Now how the drug acting as a medicine we will see now. See, first that drug interact with two types of man activity. One is all the reaction, maximum biological reactions are catalyzed by enzyme. See, actually drug molecule first attacking with proteins or lipids like biomolecules. Okay, in that what we have amino acids or proteins, right? So the different function of the body based on that drugs or biomolecules, sorry, not drugs, protein acting as a biological catalyst. Which one is acting as a biological catalyst? Proteins, they are called enzymes. So which are the proteins are used as a catalyst, that is called enzymes. Okay, the same way for the communication system, for the communication system we are using certain things, they are called receptors. Okay, so receptors and enzymes are important for the drug reaction. Okay, so first the drug may combine with this enzyme to modify the enzyme activity or inhibit the enzyme activity. So once the process is break down, automatically the pathogens or microorganism will kill. Okay, it will die. Otherwise, the receptors, which is used for transferring the signal. Okay, when the signal of that bacteria or microorganism also break down, it will kill, it will die. Okay, so based on that we are using the drug. Okay, the drug may combine with these enzymes, it will do the normal activity or it may break the activity of that pathogens, or the drug may combine with receptors. Okay, so it may break the signal between the bacteria or microorganisms, it may cause to kill the bacteria. Now listen carefully. First we are going to discuss about how drug enzyme interacting. So first, enzyme drug targets. See, usually we know that the catalyst we are using as a enzyme, right? See, actually, which is very essential for all function, the normal activity is inhibited. See, when we are adding the drug, what happen? Usually, it may go on with some activity, that enzymes. Okay, because of that microorganism or bacteria, what will happen? It may have some other abnormal activity. So if you add the drug with the enzyme, it will combine with the enzyme. What will happen? That activity of pathogen, that the enzyme activity of pathogen is affected. By affecting or modifying the enzyme activity of pathogens, we can bring that or we can kill that microorganisms. Listen. See, usually what we are going to do, the normal enzyme activity is affected or inhibited by using the drug. Because of that, the transformation enzyme activity of pathogens will be controlled or break down. Because of that, the microorganism may be killed, right? See how the reaction takes place, how we can modify the enzyme activity. See, here we want to know that the catalyst reaction substrate molecules. What is substrate? See, already some enzymes are present, in that bacteria. They are here, we are calling that is substrate. So the substrate may have some structure, right? The similar structure drug is we are going to choose. The drug also we have to take with a similar structure. Now what will happen? Easily the drug will bind with substrate. Okay, So the substrate may be one type of enzyme. Okay. So the drug will combine or bind with the substrate. Now the normal activity of this enzyme will be affected. Okay. Listen. So when the drug is bind with the substrate which inhibit the normal activity, inhibit the normal activity of enzyme. So they are called the inhibitor. Okay. Sometimes it may be called it competitive inhibitors. Competitive inhibitors. So we are adding a drug which having similar structure with that enzyme which present in the bacteria, so which may easily bind with the substrate. Because of that binding action, it change the activity which inhibit or which control the growth of that bacteria, that is inhibit. So because of that we can call it competitive inhibitors. So we may control the growth of bacteria or we can break the normal activity of that enzyme. Based on that we can kill it. So now we will take one example. Okay, so we are going to take two chemicals. One is antibiotic sulfonal amide. Sulfanilamide. There is no IL. So sulfanilamide and also parabenzoic acid, para-aminobenzoic acid. Both having similar structure. Usually that para-aminobenzoic acid is needed for the bacteria enzyme activity. Okay, so normally what will happen, that para-aminobenzoic acid may converted into folic acid. So because of this conversion, that normal activity may takes place in that bacteria or microorganism. So instead of that, we are going to take that drug, that is sulfonilamide. So the drug, if you add, because of that similar structure, it may combine with the enzyme of bacteria. So it may make that transformation of a para-aminobenzoic acid to folic acid. So it will convert all the para-aminobenzoic acid into folic acid. Now what happens? The bacteria could not convert that folic acid formation. So it need for the folic acid conversion, need for or coenzyme need for its growth, whose growth that ends bacteria's growth. So because of that they are doing the conversion of para-aminobenzoic acid to folic acid. That activity is affected by adding the sulfonilamide. That added drug is doing that process, so the bacteria cannot do that process, so that normal activities break down. Because of that the bacteria or pathogen may be killed, right? Here we are telling that simply para-aminobenzoic acid we can write PABA. Somewhere they may be asked what is PABA, right? So para-aminobenzoic acid. So here we can take one more drug, that is nothing but THPS, dihydropetrode. Dihydropetroate. This you can simply denote DHPS. Okay, so just the example, very easy, you just go through, you can understand. Next, this is normal type. Sometimes what will happen, that normal activity is modified here. The next type of enzyme drug interaction, it may be binds with a different binding site. So normally it may have the binding same site. Sometimes what may be happen, it may bind with a different site. Because of that different site binding, the total enzyme activity may be affected. This kind of sites are called allostric site. So because of that allostric site binding, that enzyme activity is changed, the geometry, the shape also changed. Because of that, we can kill the substrate. So they are called this kind of inhibitors are called allostric inhibitors. See, one by one you make it the classification, you underline, you can easily understood. The next, receptor drug interaction. So drug with receptors. So already I told you, for signaling purpose we can call it receptors. Okay, which of the system is used for transferring the signal, they are called the receptors, right? Here that receptors or signal, we can break between the bacteria, we can kill the bacteria. Okay, see the receptors, see, listen carefully. Receptors present in the cell membrane. See, it is like a watchman. Okay, see, in the gate there is a watchman. Okay, so inside we have cell. So any signal want to pass inside, it want to permit. Who will permit? That watchman. That watchman nothing but receptors. Okay, so the receptors only having the selectivity of a signal. Okay, what are the signal you can pass it inside, or what are the signal it want to pass from inside to outside, everything determined by that receptor, which is present in the cell membrane. You know that cell membrane present in the outer side of the cell. Okay, so that receptors may not affected, or normally it may continue with signal passing. Okay, but if you add the drug, it may interact with receptor, it may affect the normal transferring or normal passing signal to the pathogens. So because of that, there is no communication. Because of that communication break, it may affect the normal growth or it may kill, right? This kind of interaction is called receptor drug in target interaction. Okay, see here that chemical messengers present in the cell membrane, right? So all, even though the bacteria is also having the cells, right? So it needs some signaling or communication, then only it may have the growth, right? So we are breaking the signal of that pathogens. This type of drugs are called antagonists. The cell, we are adding the drug to the receptor, affecting the signal. You know, this kind of drugs is called antagonist. And also we may have some other type of reaction. Okay, this is the ordinary drug receptor interaction. Okay, it may have some other interaction, they are called anconists. Right, cis antagonists, anconists. There are two type drugs used with the receptors. See here on the example also given what type of drug. Okay, normally what happened, that adenine binds usually the receptor, one of the receptor we are telling, that is adenosine, right? What is a normal activity of adenosine? It is induce sleepiness. It will induce sleepiness. So if you produce that adenosine, it will make sleep to us, right? But here, instead of that adenosine, if you add caffeine, like coffee, right? Coffee having that drug caffeine. So the caffeine which having that signaling, what type of signal? Brick. It may avoid the sleepiness, or it may produce against to the sleepiness. Okay, so it may makes active. See, the drug adenosine, normally it is produced by our human body, it will make sleepiness, right? But we can add the drug, extra drug. What is that? Caffeine, which is present in coffee. Okay, so caffeine, if you drink, what will happen? That will react with this receptor. It will give the signal to activating the cell. So simply you can remember, if you feel sleepy, you will drink tea or coffee. Okay, so how you can get the water sleepiness to we can overcome by this action. So if you feel sleepiness, you will drink coffee. So that caffeine give the reaction, drug receptor reaction. So that drug will induce that activity of enzyme. So because of that, which will reduce the sleepiness, right? The another one example we can take it for this drug receptor interaction, that is morphine. Morphine used to painkiller. Usually it is morphine is a drug, okay, but in our body we have a receptor. What is that? Opiate, which makes pain. So any wound if you got, you will get pain because of this receptor. Okay, so this receptor is replaced by morphine drug. Okay, so which induce that nerve system, that neuro system only makes pain, which makes the activity of which interact with the neuro system, which reduce the pain. So that's why we are calling that morphine acting as a painkiller. Okay, I hope you may understood. Thank you.